In the shadows of American history, behind the gold rush, behind the mansions, and behind the power, there was a woman, a black woman who built a fortune, a freedom fighter who funded rebellion, a mastermind history tried to erase. Mary Ellen Pleasant. Her story begins in uncertainty. Born around 1814, historians still debate whether she was born into slavery or born free. But what is certain is that she grew up in a world where black freedom was fragile and could be taken away at any moment. As a young woman, she worked as a servant. But Mary wasn't just working, she was watching, listening, and learning. She paid close attention to the habits of wealthy people, how they spoke, how they handled money, and how they made decisions. While others saw a servant, Mary saw an opportunity to study power. Over time, she realized something that would change her life forever. Knowledge could be turned into wealth, and wealth could be turned into freedom. In the mid-1800s, Mary Ellen Pleasant made her way to San Francisco during the gold rush. While thousands of people rushed in searching for gold, Mary took a different approach. She didn't dig for riches, she positioned herself around them, working as a cook and domestic worker in the homes of wealthy men. She gained access to private conversations about business deals, investments, and financial strategies. She listened carefully, learning how money moved and how fortunes were built. Then quietly, she began making her own moves. She started investing in banks, railroads, and real estate. As her wealth grew, she made a strategic decision to protect herself. Because of the racism of the time, she often placed her money and assets under the names of white business partners. On the surface, it looked like they owned everything, but behind the scenes, Mary Ellen Pleasant was in control. Over time, she became one of the wealthiest women in California, building a hidden empire in plain sight. But money was never her only goal. Mary Ellen Pleasant was deeply committed to the fight against slavery. She became involved in the Underground Railroad, the secret network that helped enslaved people escape to freedom. Using her wealth, her homes, and her connections, she helped fund escape efforts and support those seeking a new life. She didn't just believe in freedom, she invested in it. Her support is believed to have extended to major abolitionist efforts, including those connected to John Brown, a man who risked everything in the fight to end slavery. That connection alone shows just how bold and fearless Mary truly was. She wasn't just a businesswoman, she was a strategist in the fight for justice. Mary didn't limit her fight to the shadows. She also challenged injustice openly. In 1866, after being denied the right to ride a San Francisco streetcar because of her race, she took the company to court, and she won. Her victory helped desegregate public transportation in the city, nearly a century before the civil rights movement would bring national attention to the issue. Long before figures like Rosa Parks became symbols of resistance, Mary Ellen Pleasant was already taking a stand and winning. But success and power often attract enemies. Mary's life took a turn when her business partner, Thomas Bell, died. After his death, controversy surrounded his estate, and Mary became the target of accusations, lawsuits, and media attacks. The press painted her as a villain, using damaging stereotypes to destroy her reputation. Her wealth began to slip away. Legal battles drained her finances. The empire she had built over decades started to crumble. Whether she was truly betrayed or deliberately targeted, the outcome was the same. Mary Ellen Pleasant lost much of what she had worked so hard to build. By the time she died in 1904, she was no longer the powerful figure she once was. Much of her wealth was gone, and her name had faded from public memory. But history has a way of resurfacing the truth today. Mary Ellen Pleasant is recognized as one of the first self-made black millionaires in America. She is remembered as a pioneer of civil rights, a brilliant entrepreneur, and a woman who used her power to fight for something greater than herself. Some operate in the shadows, shaping history in ways the world doesn't immediately see. Mary Ellen Pleasant didn't just live through history. She helped change it, and even though her name was nearly erased, her legacy remains because the truth is, the most powerful stories are often the ones history tried to hide.